What's up, everybody? This is Thursday, April 25th. This is the one-on-one show, a special edition for Take Your Kid to School. Today, I'm here with, what was that? Was that like the Gator Chomp right there?
No, that's a golf clap.
That's a golf clap. Okay, good, because we're not Gators. We are UCF
Yes,
Knights. That's right. So I'm here with JP Delatorre, my kid. Was a cool day this morning. We got to go to the courthouse.
The 23-story courthouse.
Right. You said you wanted to do the interview, right?
Yes.
You're going to interview me?
So,
all right, so ask me a question then.
you say you claim to be the CEO of your company.
That's right, that's correct. Right, I am the CEO of my company.
Well, sometimes is your job hard?
Is my job hard? Yeah, sometimes my job can be very hard. It can be very stressful. This is actually probably the coolest part of my job is doing the show right now and hanging out with people like you and just talking about random things. Do you watch Daddy's show? Not really, right? Yeah, well, before we went on camera, he actually confessed that he barely watches the show unless food's involved. So you saw Daddy's show last week.
Right? He was doing his interview at the restaurant.
What's the name of the restaurant? What's the name of the restaurant?
I do not know.
You don't know? Don Julio's.
Don Julio's.
We were live last week from Don Julio's. Don Julio's is prepping big time for their May 5th extravaganza, Cinco de Mayo, coming up. Remember to be prepared for that. Get an Uber, get a Lyft, don't drink and drive. But if you do, call us here at Delatorre Law. Our phone number is 407-733-0640. Our website is delatorrelaw.com. You can also find us on Facebook right here at Delatorre Law Firm. And now Delatorre Law Firm is on Instagram under that name, Delatorre Law Firm on Instagram, as well as YouTube and all other social media, including Twitter. So let's talk about your day, man.
Okay.
All right, so what happened today?
So first on this Take Your Kid to Work Day.
Right.
So first we went to the courthouse, the 23-story tall courthouse. And first we got to see the clerk of courts where like the people were divorced.
Where they file the divorce.
Yeah, the violence.
Where they take their paperwork to file divorce, right? Right.
And then
that was kind of boring, right?
Yes.
All right.
And we also got to see many other things. Like we got to venture into the courtrooms and we got to meet nice judges. For example.
So who's the first judge we met?
Judge Jewett. She was very nice.
She was very nice. And she was in what division?
She was in Division 84.
No, I don't think it was Division 84, but it was the civil division, right? Right. And what do they argue about in civil court?
What they argue about is...
What do they argue about in civil court, man? Come on.
What do
they argue about on civil court? What are they arguing about?
The cash and like who gets money from a dead relative.
There we go. They argue about money. Everybody's arguing about money in civil court. That's what the argument's about.
Okay.
And Judge Jewett makes those decisions, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's the county division, all right?
Yes.
So county division is anything, you didn't know this, but it's anything under $15,000. Any argument under $15,000 is in the county division. So this is our tutorial today for Take Your Kid to School Day on how the court system works in Orange County. Well, really in the state of Florida, but we have the Orange County edition. So what else did you learn?
We also got to meet, not other than Judge Jewett, we got to meet Judge
Caraballo.
Caraballo.
Judge Tina Caraballo. Which division was that? No, you don't have to remember the numbers. It was a criminal or was it civil?
It was a criminal.
It was criminal.
Unfortunately, we got to witness a gentleman getting sentenced 30 days at
30 days in jail. Prison. We got it. So that's a lesson not to break the law. Right. But 30 days in jail is not a long time, believe it or not, John. Did you know that?
It's less than a month.
Sometimes. It's less than a month, right. So if a month has 31 days, it's less than a month. In some cases, though, people go to prison for years, for many years.
Like a couple decades.
Yes, so those are what's called felony cases. And you got to see today a misdemeanor case, a misdemeanor sentencing, okay, where somebody actually went to jail. Not many of my clients, I don't think I can think of any of my clients well, maybe one, that actually went to jail on a misdemeanor. It's not really common for people to go to jail on misdemeanors. But in this case, you got to see a sentencing. Would you say that was sad?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And then my dad also taught me about like all the jury boxes and stuff. We also got to catch a glimpse of Judge Cameron and Judge Beamer.
And Judge Beamer. Yeah, they were in the middle of their hearing when that was going on, so we didn't get to take any pictures or anything like that. But going back to the difference between county and circuit court, you got your felonies in circuit court, and you got your misdemeanors in county court when you're talking about the criminal division. So we got to check that out, and we also went up to the 23rd floor, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that was the main courtroom.
Yes, sir.
Right. That the 23rd floor at the Orange County Courthouse is where all the major trials, such as many of you remember the Casey Anthony trial, that occurred on the 23rd floor. When we walked in, Judge Lauten, which is the Chief Judge Lauten was actually giving a presentation at that time to a bunch of, I think, middle school and high school students that were present at that moment in time for Take Your Kid to School Day. I think it was a field trip that we were in the middle of. Yep. John felt a little weird because we were kind of a little bit interrupting, but we couldn't go to the courthouse and not show you the main courtroom.
And more eyes were on me than on the person speaking.
Yeah, we had one of those where we walked in and every single person in the courtroom turned around in the gallery and looked at who was coming through the door, and it was me and John. But we didn't last long very there.
But
and
we
then,
at least got to saw the jury box. And what were they doing in that the room again? Like was it
the jury? That's where we started. We actually started in the jury room, and the jury room is downstairs, and that's where the juries, all the jurors that get called up for jury duty, they meet downstairs, and then they get called up to go to different courtrooms. But now you get to see that there's a lot going on at the courthouse at the same time. There's hearings in all the different rooms. Did you find that interesting?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's what your dad does. That's what I do. I go to court, and sometimes I have to go to multiple courtrooms in the same morning before I even get to my office, and I go to multiple courtrooms. I do multiple hearings. I go in front of different judges, and that's how I start my day.
And then after we left the courtroom house,
Right.
we arrived at the luncheon.
Today's the OCBA luncheon. It's being held at the Embassy Suites. Didn't get to stay, but I wanted John to take a kind of look at what it was like to attend a luncheon. It was a big room, right?
Yes.
A lot of people in that room. Lawyers and judges get together and get to have a bite to eat and listen to some keynote speakers. And today they had a special presentation for some award winners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who were the award winners?
The award winners, we got to meet a little boy with his mom who won the first place for the essay contest.
Yep, he sure did.
Congratulations.
And we did all of this before 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's been a busy morning. We got to get back to work, but I appreciate everyone who's joined us live on Facebook. It was Take Your Kid to School Day. We were here live.
Work day.
Take Your Kid to Work Day. I got my kid correcting me live on my own show. It was Take Your Kid to Work Day. I got JP. This is Juan De La Torre. This is De La Torre Law Firm, the one-on-one show. Thank you very much for joining us today in the middle of your busy Thursday. Speaking of busy Thursdays, we got to actually go grab a bite to eat and get back to work. So we'll see you probably tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, we got a show tomorrow, and we'll be back on with Dario Zapata from Curing Partners. We'll be talking about college plans, 529s, how to put this kid through college. Dario's going to tell me how I can put my kid through college. And again, remember Cinco de Mayo at Don Julio's. Special shout out to Cuban American Cafe, who always hooks us up for coffee and lunch. That's where we're having lunch this afternoon. And again, Del Toro Law Firm, give us a call, 407. What? You interrupted me in the middle of my spiel.
Sorry.
Call us, 407-733-0640. What's the last thing you want to say? Take us out.
There should be a Take Your Father to Work Day.
Take your father to school day.
Now he's got correct me.
You heard it. So you'll join us next week for the Take Your Father to School Day.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.